we'll just kind of like go through things like, so first thing, did you hear about this? Can you hear it? Holy I can't hear you, so. Piano's lit, love that I can play music, but if it gets mollied, I can't hear anything.
Right.
But map layout wise, the only thing, so yeah, let me see what you changed first. Okay, so you move this back. Okay. So yeah, you change this and you move this further back. Cause that shit was getting ridiculous. When I only played it twice, I was like, holy, let me see. So you changed this and then you said you took away the pillars here. And then what's different about this? This was...
That wasn't even there before.
Dude, did you update what I was playing? Okay. I think, dude, I'm gonna have to have my editors look. I swear to God, in the first game that I played on MapCore, I came up here, this wasn't here. The second map I played, it was here. I think you updated in between my maps. I swear to God.
It's possible. It just depends on when you were playing.
I know. All right, anyway, sorry. I'm just losing my mind.
That's the workshop for you, technology.
So yeah, the biggest pain point though, in general, was this area. Like, it doesn't feel good. Like as a T, if the CTs don't smoke it, if I want to rush B, I have to like smoke here and you have to wait for it. And then on top of that, you're still actually exposed here to like this position and window. And if they push B, they could kind of be down here already. Was getting it felt really bad just like coming across. What's your thoughts on that?
So I think it was broken in the sense that if a CT rushed long B with an op, they could also see where you were just standing.
Yeah, you can see like right here before,
now,
right?
I think it's pretty balanced because you can't take like an amazing fight there as a CT.
What do you think about the inability though to have any sort of, we'll just say fast access or easy access to B? There's no way to access the B side of the map.
Easy access, I would say, is off the table, but I think that's balanced in the sense that long A alleviates a lot of the pressure that was building up before. Like you would get bottlenecked.
You're saying like coming this way, right?
Yeah, now you can go that way. It was before you had limited options, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you could only come this way and then they'd all just be over top of you.
And nobody's, it's going to be less frequent now. Eyes are going to be here. So that opens up some opportunities for the lower area to also actually work a little bit more now, you know?
Yeah, so just thinking of timings though, can't the CTs essentially hold this area though, like as a choke point? So it's not
when you get to where you're standing
right here.
Correct. The T's will be rounding the corner, if not a little bit right past right where you just pinged. So it'll
okay, so kind of like here.
There.
Yeah. Okay. So high risk situation to push this, but that also means they could for sure be like around here, right? Like
that's slower. That route is slower than the lower one. So this one to get up here as a CT takes about maybe 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds. Nah, it's probably about 1.5 seconds longer than if they go that lower route, which is a weaker angle, obviously. This is a strong angle.
Yeah, so just to kind of be devil's advocate, like you were talking about how this side of the map is alleviating this choke point, which actually when I was playing, I wish that video was up. That's actually exactly what I said. I thought your thought process was essentially, yes, well, this area is hard to cross to, because I remember playing Santorini, you had the tunnel underneath before. I think the idea was that you gave the T's access to this area a bit more, right? And then you're kind of almost like seesawing the map in a different way than you normally would, because the T's kind of get this area and the CTs get this area, and you're actually fighting across here, right? That's the idea.
Right. I mean, it's kind of, you could analogize it to Inferno, you know. I think it's kind of like the apps versus B dynamic. Like you could try rushing B every round of the game, but you know, how often is that really going to work for you once they, you know, that's the pressure that long A allows, or apartments allows on Inferno, is it's like a pressure valve for B. Then when you splice in a B rush, it has a greater chance of working. So I think it's a similar dynamic.
I got you. I kind of hate Inferno for that, but anyway. No, but so I was going to be devil's advocate on is like, I just don't know if this side is as easy as like it doesn't feel as fair, I guess, because if you're telling me that's how the timing is, somebody could like do this or, you know, do a bunch of things to delay the tees very easily and also then get a player here, which I think creates a scenario where that might be mid is easier, but in reality, if they were coming towards mid, I'm just being devil's advocate. This might not be how it plays at all. It just kind of feels like the CTs get this easier than the Ts actually get that area. If that makes sense. So it kind of feels bad.
Yeah, I'm not
what
sure
I was resorting to,
but...
yeah, what I was resorting to is like I was having to come here, to kind of get like this is where I had the most success as a T from my perspective, and the reasoning for that is because they would push mid, right? Like CTs want to push mid, they get so much of it for free. You can smoke like mid from spawn and have like 2 people in this area taking over mid, and then if you take over mid, you just cut off B as well. So you kind of get a 2 for 1. And the only way to really prevent that and mess with that was coming here. So I was like mauling these doors when I jumped out and then having my teammates sit top mid and we'd fight out this way.
So
but it was kind of weird.
Open those doors a little bit more. Like this, I think, no, the other doors. This, I think, is one of the areas of the map that I really want to be an important area of the map. And
yeah.
So, I mean, like, okay, let's say that it's true that the CTs have too much of a suffocating control. If they're playing all well together and they're all coordinated and it's a high level team, there's things I can do to like, maybe I'll have a second, you know, rather than having to drop out that window, maybe I could also have a little door that goes to immediate right where you're at right there. You know, just different options to, and that's not difficult to implement, right? So, I mean, it just depends on some of the feedback I get of like, is the map balanced currently, or do the Ts need just a little extra help? I mean, I think that's a lever I can pull, you know?
Yeah. What's the reasoning for this having to be a crouch jump rather than just like, do you not want people to be able to like fight this way?
Yeah, I don't love what angle would be created if that was totally open.
Yeah, okay, I was trying to think of like why like this. And then I was like, okay, wait, maybe because then I guess you could like do a boost over the doors or something if they're not taller. Bunch of weird stuff.
I think what you're kind of identifying is like my main concern for the map is just like, if the CTs are really on point and it's a great team, how much is that gonna result in the map being 60-40 or 70-30? Obviously I don't want it to be 70-30, so like that's kind of what I'm measuring right now.
Yeah, because like with like a mid smoke at the start, and obviously this might hit, I have no idea. Yeah, okay, I just winged it, but you know, somebody basically, because somebody will figure out how to smoke this off the rip, and then I guarantee you decent players would immediately also just like identify best spawn and then molly that. So at the start of every single round, like the CTs can force the Ts into a situation where they have to choose like how badly do they want to go to even one side of the map, which is a little, I feel like that feels bad if this isn't as easy, because I feel like at least when I only played it twice, so I got to play it more. But when I first played it, it just kind of felt like as a T, I really felt congested as a whole, in terms of options. Also, I don't like this. I think you put this up there so when noobs don't actually know how to go up the ladder and they don't go too high up, you're just actually helping them. I'd rather just like maybe be like, well, if it's a ramp, then everybody goes. I don't know. This part just doesn't feel good sometimes. I feel like the best spawn should be taking it. Is kind of what I figured out when I was playing. Is first spawn should probably go up the ladder because it's faster than going up the stairs, but it kind of feels weird. Same with the window. The window coming out of like a main choke point, you're just like, oh shit. I don't know. It feels chaotic like right off the bat. Meanwhile, the CTs are kind of going for a stroll. They're coming up mid. They could get right here, get pop flashed in here. It feels a little claustrophobic. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I still had fun playing the map. Oh, visibility in here is really hard. It's so hard to see CTs in here.
I made that room a little brighter today. Like
yeah,
you'll see the backdrop of that's been lit up. So that basically that spotlight was not there before.
Yeah, like I think yeah, that makes sense. I still feel like when I was peeking in there, it's less I think the lighting and more the color, because the CTs are all like dark blue. So when you're peeking in there, it kind of just looks like a blob. You don't, even if you see the player, you don't feel like you're seeing any definition on them, and they just kind of look like a blob in there.
So I think there's some things that I'm taking away from this, like changes that I could potentially make. Adjusting the lighting in there a little bit, making it more neutral. And then if you go to the drop down, I just kind of want your opinion on like, is it ultimately just better for the tees if I remove the railing that's on the bottom that you have to hop through? Not there in the in Acon in mid. So to your left here.
You these? Oh yeah, I don't like these. If you're talking about this,
no, I chopped those down for you. I'm talking about the window. You know what I mean? At the top of the stairs, right there. So like right here, if I just remove that railing or make it shorter, I mean, is that just, or just get rid of it entirely?
Maybe you could keep it a window so you can't boost, but like so that way you can't fight like this. But maybe so you can just, because I don't know, man. Crouch jumping through. Have you played with CS players? Even some of the best ones, dude. Some guys like, oh shit, and then the whole round, you're just everybody. You got like a train. All right, dude, hurry up. You're trying to push them out. It just doesn't feel that great.
Yeah, in a way, it's surprising for me, for like a skilled player like yourself. And maybe this is an area that I need to change my own thinking. Is like, you know, don't we want to punish players for making mistakes and playing poorly?
I think punishing players is good, but I think this isn't like a choice. This is just somebody usually making like a mistake. Like I like the idea of having good movement can be rewarded, but this isn't really like, this is just trying to get map control. You know what I mean? I don't feel any sort of good way being able to jump through it like this. This doesn't add anything to me being able to jump through this smoothly, and it just causes a pain point for me dealing with a teammate that might like, you know, everybody's fucked up, you know, like everybody's missed the vent in Mirage trying to go through and crouch through it. Yeah. So, but also you're not about to be in a key choke point when you don't go through vent right away on Mirage, right? If I fuck this part up and I'm stuck here like a second longer, this guy gets close on this door, and this guy could be theoretically, if I don't have a smoke here or a Molotov, he can be here like really quick, you know? So just kind of
remove that railing so that you could just walk through, like maybe just make it look like it's, you know, got knocked off or something, and you can just walk through. Is that better in your mind?
Yeah, I get your worry though. I think, right? Like I imagine you're just worried about people being able to essentially take extra fights out of this position.
I don't think it's a problem if the T's control that area. Like that's not necessarily my concern. You know, my logic was, okay, let's punish people that don't know how to move properly. But you're saying it's just not, it doesn't add enough value to have that specific dynamic. Like it can just work without it, basically, is what I'm maybe hearing you say. I don't know if that's accurate.
No, yeah, that'd be right. I feel like I like that you want to reward, instead of punishing people for not being able to do basic things. I think having stuff like this is what I like more, right? This is, you're rewarding me for being able to move like that, to have this as an option rather than, and the punishment to other players is that they suck. They're going to be scared to do that, right? Oh shit.
Yeah, no,
I found the outside of the map.
I think that's one easy change that I can just go ahead and make. Like no problem there. You know?
Especially if you think about how important this part of the map is for the T's. Like making it congested and not feeling good is no CS player. Like it's why I don't like New Inferno just feels like a claustrophobic mess. Like the buildings are tall, I can't look over them. Every time I move somewhere, I'm bumping into something. Like things aren't smooth, and you don't really feel rewarded for being able to not run into them, you know?
Yeah, I think that removing that railing, I mean, okay, so like what are the takeaways so far from our conversation? Is like, I'm gonna remove that railing, I think. That would be number
yeah.
one.
I mean, conversations is I should play it a little bit more. I mean, obviously, I know the map core guys are probably playing it quite a bit more than me. I've only played twice, but like I'd have to play more for this discussion. Like this discussion's like a bigger change, and I get it. I think if you're pretty stuck in set on that, I think looking at this area next would probably be the best thing. I like if you want the T's to have access to this, like maybe just kick the fucking barrels out of here altogether. Cause you kind of, I don't know, it could have created an interesting fight here too. Like when you come around, players can swing or I don't know. I am a
barrel there. That first one that you're looking at, like if that was gone, then you would have the ability to push up around the corner and do like double peaks, double swings, like wide and.
Yeah, like what's the point of having all this stuff here? Like what's the goal? Just so I'm on the same page.
Well, I think the fight right now is probably 60-40 CT sided. So like if
like
we
this
were to
angle?
remove, yeah, like if we were to move that first barrel that's right in front of you to your right, that could definitely swing it and make it almost like the T's have like 60.
Could also make an interesting timing dilemma too, which is always, I think, good, right? Like as a T, I have the best spawn. Is there a scenario now where maybe I can actually get past his angle, right? And then you're actually making this a risk reward decision for the CT rather than just.
You would be like right below him, right there in front. You know, that first barrel right there.
Yeah.
You probably already can get basically close to there, but then because the angle will be, you can use the two barrels in front, you'll be able to use them as cover and get closer even before you swing at all, and that will cut the distance as well effectively.
Yeah, I mean, I think this area I'd have to play around more. I do think your idea of getting rid of the railing is nice. Like this just feels like yeah, it just doesn't, I don't know. It was like just a smooth ramp all the way up. It'd be kind of nice. You know what I mean? Like this is just kind of like a little ramp on the way up, maybe. Like all the way across, like horizontally.
I follow you.
Like instead of, so the ramp is facing this direction, I'm saying a ramp all the way across going up or something. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I follow you.
Just because it does feel kind of weird to go like this. But nah, I don't know. I got to play it more before I start getting too into it.
That's a good idea that I hadn't even considered. So if it still feels like CT sided, then yeah.
My only worry with this area is kind of what I was just describing though in general, is it does feel a little like claustrophobic because it's enclosed, and then I don't know, your options as a T for movement for the area of the map that you're supposed to kind of have is like here or trying to get to here. And just to kind of compare it to what you're saying, where like the CTs get, like, look at how much room for activities the CTs are getting, right? Like, meanwhile, as a T, it's like you get this, and then you get this. It just kind of.
So there's a flip side of this, which is also timings question.
Yep.
Right. So if the CTs moved back 1 second, a lot of this discussion changes just because of that, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah. When you start fucking with spawns, man, everything changes like dramatically. Because if you move spawns back then too, I don't even know what this looks like.
So I can tell you what the timings are right now. So as a CT, you will get to bottom mid.
Like here, you're saying?
Move a little forward. I'll tell you when to stop. Move a little forward, move a little forward. Okay, stop. So CTs will get to here, basically. Maybe, give or take.
Like best spawn, you're saying? Number one CT spawn, we'll say, for this forward?
Average, I would say average spawn. I don't know
where
best versus worst, but, roughly ballpark. Maybe even step forward like 1 or 2 steps. Like, that's where the CTs will be when the Ts reach top mid and they can look at you. So that's the timings for mid. And then we talked about the timings for lower. You want to take the lower route, and you'll end up in the corner when the T's are turning the corner.
So you're saying, let's just say this isn't here. When I come here, he's there, like together. Yeah.
And you'll be a little bit further in when he's turning the corner.
Yeah. So kind of like I'll be like right here when he comes around the corner.
Forward. You'll be like at the corner, a little bit past right there.
Okay. Well, actually, you said you thought this was in favor of the CTs.
I think it is simply because they can take that other deep angle on a delay. Like if the first guy gets picked, then okay, the site's opened up at that point.
Okay. No, this actually like makes a little bit more sense now that you explain it like this. The barrel on the angle doesn't feel nice as a CT player, or sorry, as a Counter-Strike player, not a CT. Like, if this is gonna be an area of contention, I personally, this is just a personal thing. This is not, I'm not speaking for saying even like map design. Fighting somebody on like an angle where like you're clipping them on like a kind of spammable object, like I don't know if I can spam them. I don't know if I should. It looks like I shouldn't. I don't know. I don't like these kinds of. This
So
is just pure.
You're thinking remove that barrel. I mean, that's easy. I can delete a prop. No
Yeah.
problem, right?
Right, but I don't know. What do you think? Because I feel like if you're coming up right and it's like, okay, I'm fighting this guy, and he like, you see his model because you're gonna see his model there, and you're gonna try to shoot him, and then try to like carry it over. Oh shit, you can't even. Yeah, see that pissed me off. I can't shoot through a wooden barrel onto the corner on like this important angle. Like fuck that. That'd feel bad.
This is why you gotta talk to fl0m. So we'll get rid of the barrel.
That would just be. That's just me though. I don't know. I gotta be careful, dude. People are gonna be like, fl0m ruined this map.
I don't think so. I valued the conversation because like I don't know what you're gonna think. Like this only way I'm gonna find out is that.
Yeah. No, I got you. No, I think that's it. I should play it some more. I am so curious. I wonder if I can look at it in my own VOD. I want to see if you straight up put out that update while I was playing it. You put it out on the 20th, right? What day was that?
I can tell you when it was updated.
Is that yesterday? Did we play it there yesterday? I think we did, right?
It was updated on the 20th at 1:23 p.m. and it was updated today at 11 a.m.
Let's see. I'm actually going. Oh, dude, it was. Holy shit. Wait. So I played without your version of the stairwell there, which I thought was weird because I remember previously in Santorini. Yeah, dude, that's actually crazy. Holy shit.
That's the Steam Workshop. That's technology.
Dude, it literally got added in between my pugs, and I thought I had lost. Wait, I think I say something. Hold on. Steve gonna hit 25? No, I was talking about WoW. Don't worry about me. I was talking about WoW.
Yep, there it is. You know, it's just hard. It's hard to get custom maps in front of people and get their opinions on it. So I really appreciate you doing this.
I love new maps, bro. This shit's, I love this shit. I know you got like a mood that you're going for in here and a theme. Might be better if you could do like a more neutral color just because the CTs blend in there a lot.
Right.
With that color. We'll see though. I haven't played with the new lighting, so it might just look better altogether.
Well, even if I don't change something immediately, like I'm gonna consider it, you know.
Yeah. All right, so no cash goodies yet, but I've been promised that I will get all the cash.
The screenshot because you were kind enough as a streamer to help me out with some feedback, and it's really tough to get stuff like this for whatever reason. I don't know. I've been doing this for so long, but it's never gotten any easier.
Oh, if an area, do you have like ideas for people using that window for like util?
You can throw smoke inside the windmill and it'll block off double doors, which I think is pretty nice, especially if you know they're coming from double doors.
So you're just saying like this? I mean, yeah.
Doing it from the other direction would probably be the most value. Like post plant throwing that. If you know they're rotating from A.
Or you're saying like throwing it. So the point of this. Okay, yeah. See, that makes. I was like, dude, I hate when things are up there, and they look like you can go there. That would be my only. I don't like when it looks like I can boost up here, but I can't go up here. But okay, no, that makes way more sense. Little smoke action, dude. I gotta like left, right this thing, or what's going on? Let's see. Yeah, cause all right, wait. Come on. Well, kinda. If you want Tease or anybody to use it, I feel like it should be. I don't know, like a little bit more definitive, like wider maybe. I don't know. But I haven't fucked with this at all, so this is just purely me sitting in a server right now thinking. Right, because like I'm like over here with this fucking thing. I'm just like, all right, where do I do this shit? If anything, because of how CS2 is with no skybox, I imagine people would actually rather find like a line up here where you can like throw it over or something like that. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, literally I found it right here. Like rather than throwing it from inside there, I would throw a smoke like that. I think most people, because especially because CTs can like contest this area, the most of the util, I don't know what you had in mind, I think would be thrown from out here. Oh yeah, this can literally smoke the ramp. So somebody could like throw that, and then you could throw like, where is it? I think it was like right here. I had it close, lower, there, and then maybe like bomb flashes out, some shit like that. Yeah. I think
I just didn't want people inside the windmill to have like no options for utility.
Ah, okay. No, that makes more sense. Yeah, I just think as a player, I would never want to throw util in here, because this is just the you're not gonna throw it early round, maybe post plan. That's about it. But even then, like, I'd rather just be further away from the choke point, throwing that and having a lineup safer, and then I can also hold flank as well. But yeah, okay.
I can raise it up, and I think that'll also help address your other concern that it kind of almost looks like playable space. Kind of kill two birds with one stone on that.
Oh, that's cool. All right, I think that's it.